impulsive purchase behavior.
This is me.
What is it they can do to make you come back?
It's sponsored, it's ad.
They will feel hungry 3 times a day.
I can imagine
Eat, sleep, data.
the amount of orders that we delivered.
ROI for these influencers is much higher.
How to make influencer loyal to you.
You can cut this part.
UGC is actually bring you the conversions.
A lot of these influencers actually help you to buy it.
I'm not convinced to buy it. My ass is not same as hers.
This is influencer.
You touched a very interesting point, which I also wanted to cover, the price sensitivity, and especially in India.
Yeah.
It's a very special market where you can say that opening 5 apps keeps checking where 10 rupees less and ordering from there,
Yeah.
right? Speaking about the coupon codes, the price sensitivity, and at the same time unit economics. How it could be all balanced, how the brand can win this rat race of 3 rupees here and there. The vision of AI is beautiful. But what in the current stage? How brand value plays a role here?
See, I have been talking to a lot of customers again in different verticals. So it's not only about Swiggy, but even from e-commerce perspective. To understand their outlook, why do they prefer a specific platform? Is it only price? Yes, there are certain areas where if there's a huge difference in price, people in today's date will have preferences because there is no other differentiation factor, right, between different platforms.
Yeah.
They might be having a different UI or a platform look and feel, but they don't have a very strong differentiation factor with respect to how they're treating a customer or how they are associating themselves emotionally with the customer. There are certain brands, and this is where I can actually talk about Swiggy, where we do try a lot in terms of getting emotionally connected with the customer. And when I say emotionally connected, the first option is to build trust.
Yeah.
Right? And if you see 10, 11 years back when actually Swiggy started, it was one of the first companies in India to start off in food delivery. People actually started building a lot of trust. Even if they get prices slightly higher, the competition in neither of the businesses what we have, they still prefer Swiggy. Right? Because they have developed that love and trust with the company from past so many years, ordering so many times, getting their problems solved. Plus, they have also seen the kind of deliveries which are happening. There is a lot of evolution we have also gone through. It can be either packaging, transparency, pricing, everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever components are there, it is out there for them to understand. Correct? On top of it, we also try to give them those discounts and offers wherever applicable. But still, there might be cases where the prices might differ.
Yeah.
But I have seen people still prefer Swiggy because they have built that connect.
This is me.
Right? And a lot of people I have also seen that don't even prefer any other portal. If they
I
have
even
built
don't
that-
have any other apps.
If they build that connect. So we consistently strive for having that very strong association, bonding with the customer and understanding them much better. Rather than just considering them as a user who is going to come on the platform, transact and go. Right? How do we go beyond that?
But
direction?
you know that other apps, what they do, they have this iconic status. They kind of massage ego of the customer. In Swiggy, there is nothing because I will be otherwise queen of Swiggy. So how do you kind of trying to build that connection? Like, okay, you see the respond rate in the customer service is fantastic. Every time they stand on my side because I'm not fraudulent case, that keep ordering or something.
Yes.
I don't remember that it's all not in my favor.
Yeah.
But what else? Why you don't do that ego massage for the customer and calling Swiggy Queen?
So the way you mentioned about Swiggy Queen, right? So we are also trying to see something in terms of badging.
Yeah. That's what it
in
has.
that direction. We are still contemplating whether how to go about it. But I'll just take a step back. Now, if you open Swiggy app,
Yeah.
the first thing what you see is you don't get any intrusive widget in your user journey or experience, right? It is a very plain, to the point and simple to use UI.
Yeah.
Right? It is not very complicated. Like some of the other platforms have a lot of stuff coming in the first viewport. We actually try to keep the UI very simple but very intuitive. So people of any age group, users of any age group, any demographics, any ethnicity can use it anywhere they are, right? So that is a kind of simplicity we are trying to build. And that is what one of our USP is, what I feel. We are not just bombarding the customer or users with everything at one point in time, right? We want them to try out everything. But it is not that sitting on them and saying we have everything and this is what everything is.
Yeah.
And that is not the
It
point.
gets irritating. I know examples
Right?
that you're speaking.
And specifically a category like food, a user comes to Swiggy when they're hungry. So I don't want to mess around with their hunger, right?
At all.
On the contrary, I would like to make them feel rich, more hungry, ensure that they actually get the right set of food or cuisine, right?
Yeah.
That is objective. Objective is not to sell. When you go into any restaurant, right, it is not clumsy. There is some kind of lighting, there's some kind of ambience. Obviously, we may not be able to translate everything on an app, but when I say simplicity, we are actually trying to do that. That we don't come in the middle of your journey, specifically for food. You feel that, yeah, this is the kind of food which is going
But
to
Swiggy
come.
now is heavily into finance.
That is because, see, as we are also evolving as a ecosystem, it is not actually respective to only Swiggy, all the companies. As an ecosystem, fintech payments, fintech partners, ease of payment, diversity of payment options is something what users love, because every user or customer has a
And
different
cashbacks.
cash cashback again is something because it should keep luring them again and again and again. If you just go and tie it back to a typical a kirana store or a typical restaurant or a hotel, right, on
Yeah.
your in your neighborhood, you will feel that they also want you to come back.
Yeah.
What is it they can do to make you come back? Our touch point with the customer is the app and certain channels through which we are able to reach out to them, right? And cashback is something which can just create some kind of impulsive purchase behavior. And food is something what people want. They will feel hungry 3 times a day. So how do we keep ourselves on top of mind so that they prefer Swiggy? Cashback to a certain set of customers works really well. Every person, every user in different part of their life. There might be students, early jobbers, bachelors who are staying in hostels. They've just started earning. There are a lot of premium customers who might also like gourmet food, right? Do we have a? They might not need cashback. They're not looking for cashback.
Yeah, you're looking for the good quality.
I'll take my example. I go to gym. I'm into fitness, right?
Yes, I
When I
know.
go and order on Swiggy, I try to look for food which is rich in protein or nutrition or certain kind of vitamins, right? We have an option for that, right?
Yeah.
And we are trying to build different kind of categories for different cohort and type of users. I'm not sure if you have seen the latest feature what we have launched. Again, it's one of its kind in the industry. It is for group buying. A lot of us tend to throw parties, call families, friends to our place.
Yeah.
One of the biggest confusion for the host is what to order. Everybody has different preferences, different taste, and veg, non-veg, spice level, oil level, protein, right? Junk food. I can actually create an account for my party on Swiggy. I can invite my friends whom I'm inviting for the party for that order and let them order. Let them place their own dishes over there. Once they're done, I'll just place the order and I get the food. And it can actually multiply different restaurants together.
Oh, I've not tried it.
It can
at all.
combine different restaurant, different cuisine, considering those are available in that
Yeah.
area. So that is one constraint.
Yeah, you might put your address, right?
Yes.
And then it will show what is
It will show
delivered.
and people can start ordering. But just imagine for the host, it becomes so simple,
I can imagine.
right? And they can just keep throwing parties every weekend now.
Yeah.
So, and these are very, very specific use cases. I'm just giving you one of them as an example. But these
Yeah.
are a lot of specific use cases we are actually trying to solve in Swiggy. That is where we want the users to love the platform, get emotionally attached.
Come to the love. That's where I will speak about my core influencers
Yeah.
who can pass influencer love
Yes.
to the platform and bring some value like discounts, coupons. I know that you have a very deep thoughts. Generation change. People really do look after influencers. People do make even expensive purchases on the influencer recommendations. In food, I know the amount of orders that we deliver through influencers. It's like in lakhs.
Yes.
I want to take your overview on influence marketing and the future in terms of influencers creating the performance, the impulse behavior for food. Will it stay or people will stop like looking for the food? How influencers you see that like will be growing, will be declining? What is your thoughts there?
I'll talk about the current situation. So in the last 3 to 4 months, we are seeing that influencers have become very, very a very powerful channel or a component of our entire acquisition strategy. Plus, there are a lot of new structures we are actually building, right? For different set of users. So you might be aware of the Swiggy One program, which is our membership program.
Yeah,
Right?
of
Swiggy One
course.
itself has multiple different variations. Similarly, recently we have launched a program called Crazy Deals. It's a weekend promotional program, right? There is another program on the platform which is called Pocket Hero. It is again targeted towards a specific cohort of users, specifically Gen Z,
Yeah.
hostelers, right? Students. And on the other side, we also have gourmet food,
Yeah.
right? So which appeals to a very different set of cohort of users, right? Now, what I feel is the role of influencer, if you see, and when I say influencer, we normally divide them into 3 or 4 different buckets, starting right from celebrities, mega influencers to micro and nano influencers, right?
Yeah.
Depending on the followers and depending on the kind of reach they are getting us. Now, each of these segment of influencers are valuable to us in different capacities. Their application areas are very different, right? For example, mega influencers and celebrities, they actually help us to unlock a lot of top of the funnel awareness, right? Or top of mind awareness. Let's say Crazy Deal is an example. If I want to just launch it as a new program, I might be using a lot of support from a lot of these mega influencers and celebrities. But what I also want is Crazy Deal is a deal based program, correct? It's very obvious.
Yeah.
I also want to reach to those deal seekers, and a lot of them are also regional.
Yeah.
Correct. I may or may not be able to get a lot of mega influencers and celebrities for every region, every tier 2, tier 3 city, every type of cuisine. Now, a lot of these potential is unlocked for me by these micro and nano influencers. Right? They might be having lower reach, but the sheer amount of influencers which are there in that bucket or in that segment, which is, let's say, bottom of the pyramid,
Yeah.
is so huge that their reach is very useful in terms of getting orders and traffic on the platform who will end up purchasing on the platform. That is where the ROI for these influencers is much higher compared
Versus mega and
to mega.
celebrity.
So both of them actually solve different purposes for
Absolutely.
us, and we try to activate each one of them for different use cases. What we're also trying to do is we are trying to see how seamless we can make it. Right? Currently, it's a very, very manual process. It's an offline process. Is there a way to make a very seamless journey to also activate these influencers going ahead?
Implement an AI.
Yeah. AI with a user interface and a dashboard.
From the last year when you were on the stage, which we shared together, you were describing the product about how influence marketing could be done on scale. You purely describe at that time on stage. I could not
Yes,
tell you, but you
yes.
describe my product.
Oh, is it?
It was like the
Great.
features, everything. I was like, that's exactly what we've built. That's what you're describing there. The dashboard, the seamless interactions, the ability to scale,
Yeah.
to scale down if necessary, if it's not the right time, etc. It's very interesting to hear because I'm boiling there, right? It's my soup.
Yes.
But you are outside of the soup thinking exactly of the same ingredients that I pick up for my soup to make it better.
That's really great. And you can cut this part going ahead. But you also need to sell that soup.
I know. This soup shall be delivered to the right person.
So that part is still not getting personalized. And this is an industry-wide problem, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
everybody's trying to find a solve for this. So
How not undervalue
yeah.
and how not overvalue
Yes.
at the same time.
Yes. And how do you make it plug and play?
Yeah, that it's suitable for
Yes.
the customer, influencers, and the brand altogether. I completely understand it's industry and it's not only about food, it's about e-commerce.
See, influencer in different capacities is useful for everyone, right? Even if you see today, we have a lot of influencers who are very popular.
Yes.
But there was a time they also started from somewhere, right? Then they got support. And there are a lot of different influencers which are also coming into the market with different understanding, with different concepts, right? But access to them, one, is very limited. The channels to access them, right? Second is, see, in a business, lot of decisions are not taken with a strong lead time.
What do you mean there?
So what I mean by lead time is, let's say we don't decide or discuss or go after influencers for an activity which we are planning 6 months down the line. That is too far-fetched a lead time. We might be looking for people for next week.
Yeah.
Or as early as tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right? That is where I think a lot of companies are still trying to find the right solution.
But I will tell you what I feel is coming there. Advocacy.
Yeah.
Influencer advocacy is solving for it. And then there's a question, how to make influencer loyal to you.
Yes.
Like you described very beautifully, right? How you can make customer building the relationship. But I'm on my problem statement because we're machine learning and AI, which we recently implemented in our platform together. Because it's very difficult also to match all in one and not to destroy the product at the same time. So from our perspective, what we are figuring out, how to ensure that influencer have a seamless experience, influencer develop the taste for the project, understand the power of advocacy, conversion rate
Yes.
is growing with advocacy. Longer you associate with brand, higher conversion, more number of orders you can bring from every publication.
Yes.
How not overburn the audience and at the same time? What is a window, right? Shelby. And how to delight together brand and customer.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to solve through.
If you see a lot of fashion brands, right? And fashion, when I say fashion brands, fashion platforms, e-commerce platforms, have actually built this part of user connection to influencer to a brand in a very seamless way, right? And if you see in today's date, a lot of customers take their buying decisions by looking at these influencers, right? A lot of them might be models.
And that's who is micro-influencer is coming to play a role, because you're someone who can you associate with.
Yes.
Right?
Correct. And that is where you will see that, and on the fashion side, people of different sizes have become influencers.
Yes, absolutely.
And customers are not only accepting it, they're also getting influenced, right? Because they know, okay, let's say I'm a little healthy, and this influencer is somebody whom I really look forward to in similar attire.
Yeah.
It is looking on this person, and I will actually go for it.
And I will associate with that.
Yes.
Because examples that I keep giving, speaking about UGC versus DVC, and speaking that exactly how you describe that the DVC solved the awareness problem, right? And they're staying on the top of the mind.
Yes.
But UGC is actually bring you the conversions. That's where it's coming. My favorite example is Deepika Padukone.
Yeah.
Because she associates with Levi's, right? Jeans. She looks beautiful, but I know the reality. I'm not Deepika Padukone. So she is not convincing me to purchase Levi's. But what she convinced me is that Levi's is a cool brand.
Yes.
And only my grandma gonna wear it because it's her favorite brand from her childhood. No, it's the brand I love.
Yes.
The brand is cool. But I'm not convinced to buy it looking at her perfect figure, because I know it, my ass is not same as hers. But if it comes, let's say, from my neighbor, and she wearing a fantastic jeans, and I look and say, oh, you look great. Which brand do you wear? And she says, this is extra. That's why convincing, because I see a normal person.
Yes.
In reality.
At least it will push you to go and try it out.
Yeah.
Right? Because you know that this person is in the same part of life as I am. And if this dress or this attire is looking good on this person, it should look good on me.
Yeah.
It actually gives you that confidence to move ahead and try it out. Same thing is also being tried in multiple different verticals, right? Even if you see influencers coming in technology, right? Gadgets, for example, right? They are actually trying to dissect everything on the gadget. They even come and talk in terms of what kind of people should buy that specific gadget based on their own analysis, their own pros and cons. And users, customers, they listen to a lot of these feedback, these reviews.
Because it's reference.
Yes.
It is not an ad. It is a reference.
It's not an ad. You're right. It's not an ad. So they're actually trying to create that review which actually helps people take decision. An ad may not help you to take a decision.
Yeah.
It may influence you. It might keep the brand on top of your mind, but it may still not push you to buy it. A lot of these influencers actually help you to buy it, or at least take a decision which product you should go behind in terms of purchasing it. Same thing we are actually trying to build on food side. Food, Instamart, even dine out, right? What kind of restaurants people prefer. Influencers going inside a restaurant, evaluating or reviewing the ambience, reviewing different kind of cuisine.
That's a project
food.
that we've done together.
Yes.
Which identify and dine out, right? Like you will not feel to go to the restaurant. You see something or someone recommend you.
Yeah.
Like, for example, my husband is coming and tells that, on Saturday, let's go to that place because that's what my friend whom he trusts said about it. Yep. And now imagine it's an influencer whom you trust because you keep seeing them.
Yes.
And keep feeling associated with them. I have a funny case about my own Instagram because I love avocado. I build the love for avocado. Let's put it in the right way. Being with you on their fitness journey, on certain part. And, I influence people to buy avocado on Instamart.
Oh, is it? That's great. Thanks a lot.
But because people do reach out to me and say that it's horrible. But I said, where you buy it from? Because raw avocado is horrible.
Yes.
But Instamart delivers a proper avocado. I have my avocado karma, 1 out of 10 sometimes not coming well,
Yes.
and I need to keep it with bananas to get them ripe. But try from Instamart, the most probably will deliver to you the proper
So
avocado.
you actually gave a very good example, right? Sorry for interjecting, but you actually gave an example of keeping the avocado in the middle of bananas. This is influencer. Nobody will talk about this, right? And avocado or a banana or any FNV, which is fruits and vegetables,
Yeah.
is not a branded product,
Yeah.
right? It is something what we procure from normal farmers or any other supplier. So nobody's doing an ad on those.
Yeah.
But an influencer can actually go and talk about some of these tips and tricks. Right? There might be thousands of people out there who are, let's say, frustrated about what to do with an avocado. Not a lot of them might also know when is it ripe,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Because avocado gives you very small time from ripe
Too spoiled.
to getting stale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So this is where influencers come into picture and give them the right understanding. This is where customers build confidence and trust. That this is how I have to
Trust.
use it.
Her advice did work.
Yes.
And if I'm coming next time and telling this is your Instamart coupon code
Yes.
that you can apply, win-win.
So coupon code obviously is the last mile
It's a last mile.
conversion
It's
strategy.
but it's impulse.
It's impulse, yes.
FOMO effect, right?
Yes.
Apply because it's valid for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And that's it. After it, the magic gone.
Correct.
But you have a chance to try.
Yes.
And I explain also why I have avocado. Like, that's my wrinkles. That's where it's coming from. That's I keep speaking about it. And I will tell that it's like, especially for women, it's really must have avocado.
Yeah.
And I explain it. And imagine if person already built that kind of desire, and after it, the impulse behavior is already missing. What is here for me? Okay, you do that. You doing good job. You're
Yes.
happy for you. But I'm not only happy for you. I'm sharing the knowledge which can make your life better, and adding on the top of it something for the audience.
Even personally, I have started following a lot of micro nano influencers. Again, for specific topics, for specific categories. But I understand that they do their research as well,
Yes.
right? And that is where they come up with a very, in a lot of cases, if it is not sponsored, very unbiased view, right?
It's unbiased. Most probably, it's unbiased behavior.
Yes.
Like, for example, if you give the influencer food project like Swiggy, right? It's about restaurants.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, create impulse behavior for the food that they like.
Yes.
Like, I can't bring people to eat burgers
Yes.
because I don't. But I can bring the healthy balls, that
Yes.
fancy balls with avocado seeds, 300 seeds. That's what I will bring for. And that's where impulse behavior, because it associates with me.
Correct.
I can't start promoting Indian outwear because I don't wear it.
Yeah.
And people will know that it's sponsored, it's ad, and there is no reference
Yes.
here. That's a difference between micro-influencer and celebrity. Because Virat Kohli advertise everything, whatever is possible, right?
Yeah.
In respect to him, and
Yes,
he
yes,
has to,
yes.
of course, monetize his brand name because he's a brand in that
Yeah.
case.
But I believe Virat Kohli also is very selective. So he also tries to get associated with brands where he understands that those brands are going with his personality or characteristics or the kind of areas he's associated with. Let's say Virat Kohli will not go and do a brand film for a gutka or a pan masala kind of
I agree.
a
It's
product.
area of expertise
Yes,
when you do
yes.
not dilute your name.
Yes, correct. You're right. So he has a brand equity,
Yes.
which he doesn't want to dilute. And not all, but most of the celebrities do follow that, right? They don't get associated with every brand, even if they're getting money.
Yeah, because they understand the
Correct.
damage cost,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Which influencers actually can create.
Yes.
If influencers go behind you, it's a very sad story.
That is also, I agree with you. But that is where I also feel micro and nano influencers are comparatively harmless. And they actually open a very different channel of users for us. Because one is their reach is very fast,
Yeah.
right? They don't wait. They don't wait for
They
getting
don't
very, very.
you don't reach and tell that my schedule is for the
Yes,
next 7
yes.
months is fully.
There is no fancy studios or shoots which is required for them. They do a lot of things on the fly,
Yeah.
right? I think that is where activating them and increasing the reach overnight or in a very short span of time with them is
Quicker.
much easier,
Yeah.
right? And obviously your platform is solving for a lot of these influencers and reach, right? And I think that is something which will start spreading a lot. One is on the influencer side also, there is a lot of education which is needed. I feel awareness, education, understanding what every brand needs. And even on the brand side, a lot of understanding is needed in terms of what each a segment of influencers can bring in. It is not that every segment can do the same kind of an output or deliver the same kind of an output. It's
Correct.
so that differentiation is very important to understand to get the best ROI or the output of each of these segments.
That's where our ML
Yes.
is coming into figure, not AI. ML.
ML.
That's where we segmentate.
I'm happy at least after the discussion you understand the difference between AI and ML.
No, I understood before. I want to give you credit, but I understood before because I'm also involved into
Yes.
product. But otherwise, people don't understand, and usually I don't go so deep. When I explain, I say that it's ML or AI, whatever is trending, whatever catch attention, I will do.
So I'll just top it up with an AI for you. Just imagine the biggest issue today, what I face is how do I share my brand guidelines with them? How do I ensure they follow it? How do I ensure that there is certain kind of guardrails in which they need to shoot whatever content they are doing? Right? There is no way currently for me.
There is a way. I can do it.
Ah.
But I will tell you, it's very simple.
You won't be able to do it if I have
No.
10 programs going together tomorrow.
No, but I will. No, even if 10 programs, it's 10 projects.
No,
It's
just hear me out.
simple. We have our scroller that goes on social, and there's a brand guidelines shared. Like on the project, you can set up, pop up, whatever, right? And after it, we scroll and see if anything appears. Like ASCII guidelines is here, right? That it shall be appeared, or some fraudulent behavior. You can, like for example, Domino's work on acquisition, and influencers sometimes, right? Get a new number
Yeah,
and
yeah,
receive, right? The
yeah.
new number for me in the
So you're
publication.
saying your
We're
algorithm
scrolling,
is
yeah, we're finding the keywords,
it is done in an automated way.
yeah,
Okay.
and then it's pop up for the project manager. Check this influencer, check this influencer, check this influencer, check this influencer.
So if 1,000 such checks come, what
Uh,
does he won't be able to check, right?
No, but that's where we scale manually. We have moderators.
This is where AI comes into picture,
Yes,
right? So
but AI cannot go and start speaking to the influencer. Can go
That
and
is-
call to the
no.
influencer, no, say,
that is what we want. The AI should go and talk to those influencers. Just imagine when we are sharing our brand guidelines or the guardrails, is it possible for an avatar to get created who is actually either training or talking to the influencer? And imagine there are thousands of influencers
Yeah.
out there in their own language, in the way they understand, based on certain algo which is training the AI or that
Yeah.
avatar from behind, and also help them create the content in the right way, right from the beginning. Instead of, obviously, checks at the end you will be having.
yes,
It is part of QC.
yes,
How do we take care of this in the beginning? You may not be able to reach out manually to all these influencers in one shot. It is not humanly possible.
Hmm.
But a lot of these AI generated avatars can actually solve it.
We automate it on certain way, but not fully as a journey. That's where a lot of product adoption, because we have different problem statements.
Yeah.
Like this is a problem statement of brand. I have for my business problem
I
statement.
understand.
That's where I solve with AI. But it's a very good idea that to have a avatar who, in the language of the influencer, with knowing some history from the
Yes.
influencer, like if influencer done mistake or something, can actually sort it. It's actually excellent idea.
Again, just think from the influencer perspective. He or he will become so confident and build trust in your platform or any platform,
In my platform.
in your in your platform, that okay, these guys are actually helping me also improvise myself.
Yeah.
Instead of just giving me feedback randomly after I have done all my hard work
Yeah.
and I have put all my efforts. Just imagine the disconnect they will be having or dissociation they will be having with your platform if
But
they get to know these things after everything is done.
I will tell you the problem statement. I mean, not every brand is you.
I understand.
In that case, in terms of Swiggy is a very fair brand. When we speak that and we say, give us do's and don'ts, and let's not involve subjective feedback in
Yeah.
the middle. Majority of the brands in India, yet that's a middle subjective feedback. There is a do's, there is a don'ts, but you know what? Influencer background does not suit our brand identity. I'm like, how influencer background can suit your brand?
Yeah.
Why you associate background with your brand identity? Pick it up, lift
Yeah.
it, lift your brand ahead from the brand identity of the background.
Yeah.
And it's a very subjective. It doesn't lead to the results, and that's where influence marketing industry is suffering
Yeah.
in general, because then AI also will not pick up the subjective, right?
It's a continuous learning phenomena. It is not an overnight phenomena. Even
Hmm.
AI cannot, or any algorithm cannot learn overnight, right? It's
Of
a
course, it
continuous,
takes time.
it's a continuous process. What I'm saying is training is needed on both sides.
Hmm.
Some things you can solve through process, but beyond a certain point, process will also become very, very tedious, right? Or it becomes too huge a process to solve
Yeah.
at scale.
Yeah, I agree.
That is why a lot of these ML and AI led solutions should help in solving the problems on both ends, right? See, the avatar which I mentioned about, or an assistant which I mentioned for the influencer side, similar thing can also be built for the brand side.
Correct. But I will tell you again, in India, because I know we are a global company, I have the overview what's happening. In India, it's so important to have a personal connect. No
Which is
AI.
fair.
Because India is a community driven. Which community you belong? Oh, you're from Bihar. I'm also from Bihar. Match.
So I agree with you. So, but where is a personal touch happening or a face to face connect is happening is to build relationship.
Yes.
That may not help you to build the business on scale. Even the
Yeah.
brand won't be able to do that.
Yes, correct.
If a brand manager or a marketing manager is sitting on the other side, that person won't be able to manage all these things only based on personal relationship,
No,
right?
no, it's not scalable.
They might touch base with you for very specific problem areas, right?
Yeah.
Or you might be having certain kind of MBRs, business reviews with them occasionally,
Yeah.
for which building a relationship, having a personal touch is perfectly fine.
Hmm.
But on an ongoing basis, how do you solve their day-to-day life is very important. Personal touch won't solve
No, I agree
their
because
day-to-day
everyone has
life.
KPIs, everyone
Yes.
posts are going out, the review is happening on daily
The
basis.
marketing manager might be having a team of 10 people under him or
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
who is managing this entire charter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You won't be able to have personal touch with them.
No, it's impossible.
You need to give them something to work with.
Yeah.
It can be a team at your end, but again, that team won't be scalable,
Yeah.
right? You will only end up solving escalations on both sides
Yes,
because both
yes.
teams are not working with each other, they are not
Yes,
happy with
yes,
each
yes,
other.
yes.
It is not solving a business problem,
Yeah, correct.
right? You are actually trying to just debug a process,
Yeah.
a process which is
To have a straight
Yes.
process that's very difficult to break from any
correct,
side.
which was not even positioned to succeed in the very first phase. It can scale to certain extent. It may not solve. Let's say if you have 1,000 customers, 500 brands with you, that physical team may not be able to solve it. You can still have an account manager
Yeah.
to have the personal touch with them. The work needs to be seamless, and how do you solve that is very important.
First, people in India shall learn how to use dashboards.
Trust me, India is one of the only countries where people love dashboards.
They love dashboards.
We drink, eat, sleep data.
Amit, not
Right?
everyone like
Our
you.
minds are programmed on data for everything.
Not everyone is Amitkumar Banka. I can tell you that's only one thing. People shall love dashboard. People do love, but people do not love it so much as you. That's
So
only
again,
what I tell you.
it depends what you're also showing in the dashboard. Is it user friendly?
No,
Is it very
that's I agree. That's a lot of
it's
questions.
it's very cumbersome to get along with the dashboard. Is it confusing? Right? Is it actually answering their problem or not? First
Yeah,
of all,
is it solving for them
yes.
what they're looking as an answer?
Yeah, data. I can rest assured, India is a country which runs on data.
We are coming to the end of our podcast. There is a small fireside chat.
Fireside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I want to bring Big Boss into
Okay.
our discussion. You shall choose only one answer. So, ordering food or going to the restaurant?
Ordering food.
Ordering food. Home, technically.
Home delivery. Yeah.
Goa or Kerala?
Goa.
Goa or mountains?
Mountains.
Bike or hiking?
Bike.
Gym or running?
Gym.
HubSpot or SEMrush? I had to ask it.
SEMrush.
Thank you very much.